boroso bugusi.
Vyake kima umwancho murigeria begetaseni gensoka kerachara ire Chinsa Isato chiabo no mugorobe sinero bire bwikiranu bane kibnanga koletera ndamangana Amayia na bereka wate kana bayigosangirerwa nabarike baitoba mangana Amayia na kwene kibna bereka gutwikira gaiga asemesa ya Amayia ngokwariga ni bene irinde ngomenya sinchira yo bwikiranu nchenkoro kwa Kerubo Frida tawate sense meri mitandao Facebook na boigo YouTube wetera ensoko TV asibali bako ene kibna chibicha neliogira gwikira sole asenchira ya bene ngamo na Barnabas Sondari Debora Kerubo Misef na boigo Kelvin Magoito skale kegera ngoira nande irinde ngomenye asenchira yo bwikira nukolende tyangu turanyara asenchira yo bwinge.
And I want to report that we have a budget of 22 billion shillings.
Bunge ya kaunti ya Kisii gwetie budget yo mwaka gwechiri bubere 25 no yo mone chiri bubere 25 nebere ye billion 22.
Corruption has reduced them to beggars in their own country. The extractive system has stripped millions of Kenyans of their dignity and their humanity.
Munachebi no maneno mukoro David Maraga kugikirio bukurumi bogendete kwene kigwase serikali.
Hii barabara itapanuka ikamilike. Itasemekana kuna Wakenya ambao walifanya hiyo kazi na nyinyi mtakuwa katika hiyo vita.
Amokonyi bomurai wense kidure kindiki koroto tao kugaligwa gwebara ya Mau Summit.
Obuoba nigo bwatire ya mateyemo kurasi kinyoro kia umanyanya kikotoke wodi ya bomba baborabu ebunge abo machoge borawe county ya Kisii emaiga yegento gitamanyiri gusagana chimboli cyabo ascyarenge roche orengana ni ya mateyo nigagoteba maiga yegente kyo gusagana chimboli cyo nigo cyabwate ebimanyiririo bichinchara na maino ase bigotiye tugeyo egento bateba buna nigo kyanywete amanyinga bono nigo hokubolia kwa rugo cha asiri shirikali ya Kenya Wildlife Service gotuka ningi geitete etugo yabo nago tumanyo mulikito Apolinari Sakama
Yamata ya mukure kenyoro kyo manyenyime ya mugunge bunge ya bomachoge borabwe county ya Kisii nigere no boba maiga yegintu kikagire ko ba umunyamaburu sana gusagana chimburi cyabwika ogukwa asekiare kolisia
Marieta nene ni butumotondora itugori ale Jumamosi tuanze chimbo tukasibense ama ya roche matega ale twajisiba tukojikuirana gocha tukanyara chimburi vile chikwete.
Kwa majina naitwa Cyrus Mogira. Ilikuanga Friday jioni ikielekea Sabato. Sasa nilikuwa natafutia ng'ombe chakula. Kuna mahali mahindi zimemea alafu mio ziko katikati. Sasa wakati nilikuwa naendelea kuzitafutia chakula, hiyo kitu ikaruka kutoka ndani. Ikaenda kwa njia ikianza kutembea ikiniangalia ikienda.
Sasa maleta ngoro kurapati orangi ontiri. Aso maana litukoli ya Jumamosi muno mugaka eresire gaiga. Igasibete chimboli chia yarocha. Ekero bacha ku chimboli ekyo Chinsa kya marogoba. Bakanyora chimboli ibere cyekiro.
Chimboli ekyo nigo cyabwate bimanyerero by'echinchara na maino asemebere yabo.
Ukwaye ikia kirase bikoti. Kalikia kwa se bikoti. Para maina alenga abere. Endiki kyanyweta manyika gakora. Ikalikia nywa manyika gakora.
Chimboli ekyo cyarumira ase bikoti. Negenteke ekero kororokana ekero kia bwatete embuli igo kia chimbuli ekiko kia bwatete bigoti kekanywa manyinga kekamena kekakura manyinga taiya itegetense
kurengana na nyakarori uyo no rumubwekano umwenya muyu bwate
Design yenye ilikuwa inaonekana, miguu za mbele zilikuwa refu. Alafu za nyuma kuna venye ziko fupi, mkia iko refu, kisha kwenda nyuma kuna vimejikoil. Sasa uso nayo ilikuwa ka black hivi. Ilikuwa inaenda ikiniangalia hata venye ilikuwa inakaa inatoka kwa familia ya paka.
Karo mwana achako kuna chobo nyansi. Ndikia kenyora ikanza kugenda gwesi goli. Ndikia ngelisese. Asa samko mutuga kimugete iguru kuchamaye kenyera.
Nuko na kukubulia kwaba gucyasabo bisabatenerete menya mayoro sane yumanyekaine buna Kenya Wildlife Service.
Ona twari ngosaba ngaki abantu abatenerete minyama kaki asogwanja eserikali ebatebi bache barigie munyama oyo iga egenteke iga ngechi ko itano na abana ekero bakwenda kuya amache kuroje
onye kunyarekana egende ikemanyekane ikiagera bige gusari ibintu ebingi onyanya serikali kunyare to akane
ko reporter igeta Senigian Soko TV Ncheria Tanaporinaris Akama.
Ebunge kaunti ya Kisii nigo yabeire obunge ntang'ani mense ya Kenya wetia budget y'omwaka w'ekibesa w'ekiri bubere 2025 noyomo n'ekiri bubere 2025 yeisaine chibilioni 22 kulengana n'omunyakirogo w'ekomiti ye budget y'ebunge yo Peter Utachi naboigo mwasiri w'ekiganja ye kaunti ya Kisii Richard Atandi nigo baereire buna chisemi obochenu amo nemerobilio ya mache ne chisekta chaegwa chibesa chire igoro ase ebudget yo yarenge chibilioni 22 nigo monogeri webunge yo Dr. Philip Nyanumba negati yaba MCM bagokeire budget yo nakulia eira kobwatesia omugabana Simba wekirania eira yaye gocha asabamenye ebe county ya Kisii Mulikito Pethuel Machini na mange
Ritkuria rero nige bunge county ya Kisii yaitire budget y'umwaka w'ekibesa kirwe 2025 nomo naboigo kirwe 2025
As many of the same opinion say aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. The aye agree.
Nigo mwaziri bw'ekiganja me county ya Kisii Richard Atandi asoma bene budget yo ya kirengo bilioni 22.
It's with a great honor and privilege that I present this honorable house and the people of Kisii County the budget speech for the financial year 2026-2027.
Kurengana n'omunyakirogo w'ekomiti budget y'ebunge yo ya county ya Kisii Peter Utachi nabwo mwaziri Atandi nigo bainekiri bune bunge yo nerentanga ni asogwete budget y'ebwata maya manga sawa na inchi be county yiga.
Today we are the first county to pass the budget estimates for the financial year 2026-2027. And I want to report that we have a budget of 22 billion shillings. And this 22 billion, we are anticipating to collect revenues of our own source revenue to a tune of 3.7 billion. But I also want to report that this budget has good things for the people of Kisii County because we factored in purchase of maram at 80 million and fuel at 120, which will facilitate the construction of roads across the county.
This budget, Mr. Speaker, speaks to those rights and reaffirms the priority policies and strategies aimed at forging pathways to a better life and a better future, as articulated in the annual development plan.
Ensemo ya chiseminigo yewe bilioni ya mochinuguta Isato na bwige sekta yobochenu chibilioni sana nemo chinuguta isano nemo.
The education sector, through this budget, aims to enhance access to quality education and skills development, with priorities in the construction and completion of ECD classrooms and equipping vocational training centers. 578.4 million for ECD infrastructure, for 50 million for school feeding program, 115.3 million for completion of hostels and workshops in VCCs, 1.36 billion for infrastructure development, 500 million for purchase of medical drugs and pharmaceutical, 300 million for capital transfer to KTRH, 250 million for purchase of laboratory equipment, 218.2 million for contracted community health promoters, 150 million for purchase of medical equipment, 728 million for building resilient and responsive health systems.
Boigense moyo moroberi obwa machi makinonoku nigo yaegwa bilioni 2.2 egentaba MC bago keire.
The water sector is key in ensuring access to clean water and environmental sustainability, including climate change mitigation and adaptation. In this budget, investment will focus on the construction of water schemes, springs, drilling of boreholes, and environmental protection. Towards this end, I propose the following allocations: 1.04 billion for water and sanitation services.
We also have the highest budget for water, which will be 2.25 billion shillings, Kenya shillings. And this is because after we had purchased the machineries, now we had no option other than to also concentrate on giving people water.
As a budget, the biggest beneficiary we budget yega are Muswati to Kisii County. Because our Swati to attend nyorra matemu amange kirabana baitu bakwenda chindo chikuya mache kwanyora banyorra maritama pema kwanyora bana baitu basire regalia na ndogo itwe kana one bibuyu mututariga singororo. But the members of this assembly and the executive of governor to Paul Simbarati orore na ne ya maana a budget ya gusi 30% of it again that's samangana ya mache. So we want to thank him and also
nigo aba MC bakwa mere budget yo babori watu ko imirungania na gwikia magania abo asebunge yo
inwa bana habari nkogenda muri mwanya ko interview aba heshimiwa iskali babugata masakaranga jipara tubwate jipara tati na arwete ntorakora assembly ye twaeteriri chikeli imali no mujumbe ochorire nabantu kuna njenjorire ko bus central ali no ngosoa na prosecute case kiane koru tali iskali emeteim.
Kuripoteria Ensoko TV kurasa magache bunge county ya Kisii Nchepethuel Machin.
Omuseneta wa county ya Nyamira Okongo Mugeni nigasabira umugabana wa county ya Nyamira Amos Nyaribo otumika chibesa chikwana no akurase serikali enene otumika bya asogokora amagendero imeye county yo. Mugeni nigasabira umugabana otumika chibesa kubalika aborokia ba ECD wakana abanyagitari bari ba community health workers naboigo korosia chibara okwana kurasa magacho yebunge Senate kubwatikana ni budget ya soma eikiaeta nigatebire chibesa chikeganja ya floka gitaraene kya amagendero.
The money that was given to counties, Mr. Speaker, was channeled to what? Recurrent expenditure, Mr. Speaker. We gave Nyamira 371 million, Mr. Speaker. Shockingly, the budget in the governor's office has increased to a whooping 400 million, Mr. Speaker. What a shame, Mr. Speaker. And that money was intended, Mr. Speaker, to build our health facilities. Our hospital called Nyamwetreko Eye Hospital in West Mugirango has remained installed, whereas I had hope and expectation as the Senator of Nyamira, Mr. Speaker, that the moment I gave my governor an additional affirmative money, 371, he was going to do something that the people of Nyamira will remember that this was an effort of their senator, yours truly here, Mr. Speaker. I don't know what we shall do, Mr. Speaker, to preach to our governors that they need to put first and foremost service delivery, Mr. Speaker. But I hope, Mr. Speaker, that now that my county has hit 6.2 billion shillings, the first ever, Mr. Speaker, I hope my governor will now confirm my ECD teachers to become permanent and pensionable, Mr. Speaker. Can you imagine, Mr. Speaker, my ECD teachers in Nyamira earn 12,500 and they are working on contract, Mr. Speaker. With this money, Mr. Speaker, unless the governor wants to be the enemy of ECD teachers, he should now use this money, Mr. Speaker, to confirm our ECD teachers to be permanent and pensionable, Mr. Speaker. I want, when I go to the county, Mr. Speaker, from the month of July, all the community health promoters, Mr. Speaker, should be paid their arrears, because we have now released money, Mr. Speaker. The way governor will have tea and mandazi in his office, We also want our community health promoters, Mr. Speaker, to have their money in their pocket. They can also take care of their families. I hope, Mr. Speaker, that the governor will employ healthcare providers, nurses, doctors, so that our hospitals are well resourced, Mr. Speaker. We want to see tarmac roads in counties, Mr. Speaker. It cannot be that every time we send money, we increase resources, the only language governors will tell you that we have opened roads, that we have put some maram. If national government is tarmacking, Mr. Speaker, why can't governors also tarmac our roads, Mr. Speaker?
Omasai w'imyaka 25 noyomo asirita Rogers Musawe kurwase kinyoro kya Nyamango Gitari ewodi ya Amayia meyebungi ya West Mugrange county ya Nyamira nigo aunchireire nyumba ya yetuka na koyokora ko babisi yokoligia abanyakenyoro ase chama ya Jubilee bosa elego chegosira Dr. Fred Matiang'i ase nyumbe yo ere ya maomo nigo Rogers Musawe abeire egakoligia umubaro munene bw'abamenyi abeso kiri barange abo nigasabira barai bechama ya Jubilee kumusira nyore laptop ebirogo na boigo credit elio agendera kwelikia osekolikia abange mulikito Steven Nyarikie Mbunde na robotirwe
Ekera tugoika hase kinyoro kya Nyamango ikigotoka nsemo ya Gitari wodi ya Nyamaye bunge ya West Mugrange me ya Nyamira igotokomerana no Musayo iga bwe myaka 26 asa Marieta Rogers Musawe kero kurigereria gaiga nigo haigo iraka obisia gake nigo abamenyi barobekaine elio kwerikia muraba bwatani be chama ya Jubilee Kirete Rogers Musawe gochakia umuroberio kamunoyega bwo kurikia abanachama asekorende atari omurayi bwe chama ya Jubilee
enyombe yana ningona nyero setina ataete ko yebeke kiosiki ango mwaka oyo moerire twaje tukanyoranga antu akatwarira obisio moe musio rariro muskeri josie mato igorite Gitari yare gokonya abandu baito ensemo ye basari lakini ekero mwesimi wasiro obisierie gasira ngaunjure nyombe nganyarwa tigeba obisi ekobage gwabura era abandu chifomu chie basari chie constituency no togoje tuwabura era gaiga egera tuwachikoba gochie county ya Rigo Chinyamira egera abantu baito banyora chibesa bone kera naje tekolikereri nganyoranga twanyoriro mwana ito koruku Dr. Fred Matiang'i oyo koligie kero kyo president kurwase chama ya Jubilee ngaranga ninde ne gangene ne gochikomobwatisi asokoligie kero gekyo ngaranto konyara komobwatisi koligie kero gekyo nyento konyara kweliki kobabuna bana chama bekiama kia Jubilee
ubatakana no korangeriwa n'abatureti eriyo ko basegeta eriyo berikie na komosira Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i nigo eraini yiga egenda komente kana aroro
rero nigo na boka mambiga na tumetumo gaka bwe kenyore go yoro mutureti ngamuteria tangasira abantu ngamba bwenerete kwelikia ase chama ya Jubilee naro ri nambe nene yanyarire gweso kigochaga igakwelikia ase chama ya Jubilee eyabeiro mogoko ne mono ase ngenjo barure kubatigire chigasi chiabo bajira eri bache kweliki ko baba na chama ba Jubilee
nigo Rogers Musawe nigakwerera obokongo lya wetera ritangani gotatwara mtandao aseria kabere hakobaka gotumeka airtime yae ko barikia bari bago chichororo abigo tabwatie laptop ekere nyombe yoko yerigereria tiakiri rangi chirichigana iri cha Jubilee asasa birenganire buya barayi hanene boteneri bwa Nyamira bari abarense ya chama ya Jubilee komosira iri konyore bibyonsi
obisi iri dangani kabisa ntubwate challenges chinene anene mono togotumeke credit ekyo konyara ngo bagingo gorancho monyene nabeka nagira nanyara gotumeke USSD iri ya star 509 nanyara ko register abantu bono onyendire twa nyoro bokonyi tonyore none laptop uga tonyore ne birugo iga none rangi ya kuburunge ge brand wero kana ko Jubilee buna monyeroje iga tebwadikiye nikiri ya Jubilee kenye na asinginjo Jubilee ge gotware rangi embaliri nande bintombire bigo chorwo igonto taete support yenene korusa barayi bekia magito ya Jubilee
nigo Rogers Musawe asabire nganaire buya munero Musaya sirwe uroboteneri obonene bwe chama eyo bokorawa no muteneri bwe chama eyo ase county ya Nyamira Dr. Janet Kumenda umuteneri Jose Munyakirogo bw'ensengima ya chama ya Jubilee Mosque Vincent Kemosi umuswati otenete Women League Lydia Saboke na boigo baria bakuriye birogo by'obujumbe bwa West Mugrango Mosque Rogers Muturi na Walter Menzire
asinga barai baito bari goroka ari gintu tukubasabatika batoe mbawe kuna intu abasaye na bokonyora ntu bwata ambitions kire chingiya sana kiranyare kokonyinse yaito anene mo nebinyoro buna mantu tukuruma
asensemo y'abamenyi
yoyo minto pretio kengo matiang atokonya so bwange kyagara abangina baito mona nene mariri kyacha igo babune ketamagoro
ama ene ngabangina ingonya mwari kwanja boro igatokwero togoteba nga kufa na kupona igo twari gukwaso omwana uyo minto matiange
igono ingo getenche bwe ko manyene meyane ikyage tokurwa bisie kari nyamaya bangina mbaro uratumita mati kurika muno koigwa
gitambukero kyo musayo gakwene king'angore tarabisi angena bamenyi nigo kyabekirwe chinguru na gosabangana biya habarayi bari batenete chama ya Jubilee ane mono hase county ya Nyamira bakorawa no muteneri bwe county ya Nyamira Munyakirogo Dr. Janet Kumenda nabo igo muteneri bwe chama ya Jubilee hasense ya Kenya Mosque Vincent Kemosi nabo igo abarayi bande be county ya Nyamira umuswati Lydia gati abande banyare gochi chamo heriogo sire kenyore kiga kwene kina obisie yiga konyarere kutume kabia korwase kenyoro kya Nyamango ikigotoka asensemo ya Getari ase wodi ya Nyamaiya ase bunge ya West Mugrango me county ya Nyamira ingo reporter ya Soko TV ridara Nyariki Steven Embonde
Oyo kurigie kirogo kyoborai bwense oyo boigo oromurai b'ikyama ya UGM David Maraga omuchire serikali ya Kenya Kwanza okwana asege karo aligania ase nyumba ya ufungamano aigaso mucho Nairobi Maraga niga kwanire una ensegendrete asa muchire na kugikiria oborai bwaruto obwatebire bwabere bokunereria abakenya nigo boigo aruro kubolia gocha asabasai kwaenekia abakurumi ngogenda balinka ansobochori buri busyo na gutomanya umurikito Linet Nyambane
gukwana chinga kiarenge gukwanira ebitambukiro ense ya imokirie Maraga otuguteirare budget y'umwaka bw'ekiribubere emerongebere n'etano noyomo asatebire nigeguchia koba ugwakwa okonena saba Kenya Maraga omochirie eserikali asoko iba chibese cy'abananchi na gokonya abananchi gwetera chibese cyo
I mean corruption has reduced them to beggars in their own country. The extractive system has stripped millions of Kenyans of their dignity and their humanity, to the extent that one Mzee Ombui Orandi, a man nearly 100 years old, was trampled upon and killed when he was scrambling for 200 shillings that was being given by a local MP in Kisii, just shortly before President Ruto went to that area. You know, that's how this government works. You go to the area, pour money, and the people come. Before he goes, he has his henchmen who give money. And we have seen that those who come from Nyamira and Kisii, you have seen people lining up and being given money. This Muse was trampled upon and died. 200 shillings was the value of that elderly man. That tells you the depth to which we have fallen.
Chinga kiechio Maraga ni gatebire okorire taro ase county ao na kumanya aria abakenya baganetie.
They recalled with grief the killing and maiming of our young people during the Chinsa protest of June and July 2024, and told us what that confirmed of the present government. They told us that the political class have little regard for human life. They told us that the political class do not respect code orders. They just ignore them with impunity. They told us that government documents, these days they don't know which one to trust. Even title deeds, some of them are not what the papers they are printed on. They told us that public services, especially health and education, as I've said, have broken down completely. The escalation of fuel prices has confused quite a number of our people. They cannot understand how fuel can be cheaper in Uganda and yet it is being transported through Kenya. In Busia, the border operators told us that they are not buying fuel in Kenya anymore. They just go with the jerrycans through Panya routes and buy fuel from Uganda where it is cheaper.
Igati ya barai baikirana ngamo na Martha Karua, Ruben Kigame na Caleb Amisi aseba kwa nero kubwaterana kwabo na David Maraga.
So I'm here confident. I know he's aiming for the presidency. Similarly, I am aiming, and many others. And we say competition is healthy. And in this country, nobody is going to make it without collaborating with others. So we are finding our ground on how to collaborate. The ultimate decision is yours, but the importance of today, a national conversation on issues that matter.
Jambo la kwanza nimekuja kutangaza kwamba mimi na Chief Justice Emeritus tunataka kutembea pamoja. Kwa sababu mioyo yetu na maadili yetu yanafanana. Na hakuna haja ya kureinvent the wheel.
And if Sifuna is not going to be a presidential candidate, the only person I will allow Sifuna to deputize is Maraga. Nobody else. Nobody else. You cannot be deputizing the same people you want to take out.
Ngoripoteria Ensoko TV kurwa ase omuchio Nairobi erietariane Linet Nyambane.
Abamenye kora sense moya kia banyoro mebungia barabwe kaunti Nyamira niko bago keiro morobilio bogotongia estima ase binyoro byabo akoro kyo mogokobo niko bakeire mbio mojumbo bo muske Patrick Osero asoko banyora bunenchere ya moyo gokeya amakongwa korendwa nigesunte
Konya twachandikire pyo musunte bona tole ntutweka gatima iga sita yo toko genda gucha bono musunte bwo kaga gatigati yaho kaga kya bande babugate kisitema
ango chikoba kumalirira na chirega nyobo nabagirenze
Chinga gichintambe twachandike buna ntwabangina konya ntubugati ase togusia konya ngwetweke bituma iga nari merenya mia gusenanda nyaramba kuligia nserwe
estima ga kya bana konya mbari gosoma abantu barto kwabigitinge konya chikirete Tigamba tae muna ancho mongina. Yanko rugobo kuma, nabe kobo kumaria, nabe kana mate, inchikocha, ngake tege, ndurukani byonse. Asengeto yo musunte.
Ngeste makoya akire neto konye binte binge, mosiribona jikanisa kirikira ase binyoraiga. Kinyoro mulero togo tumeka ase byomba sokorandia. Nabo yona abana inchi baito bonsi banyore mulero. Nabo yone meremende lyo moro kora, nabego jigotokonya.
Nabego tokonya sense moye binyonsi na nabotoko beka kenyonsi iga egento kende kitinga nabotoko beka ngera ipangira baitoga baguchandika sa tambe sana bagenda tambe sana kurigio bosie
twensi otokoreira amang'ana maya na ende bono kitinga nkonyora torega ase togoseru
lakini rero ndoche ngobora bubwaikire bakestimandigiretie post yeterine iga igosona mwana nkoire lingambi ya muno mochumbo ito Naomi bono tuli kuchukuru Naomi bono kwabeiro mochumbo kuru Patrick Osero nonya nesimi konya ntugutete nyumba rero ngochachinde
kaki naira nirimbia mona so mochumba nyarire ko bagutuinyura gaiga twabere tokoba ono musunte kerekero na kiringa kire kinya sai uri omukunire na ndanyarire ko baguturetera estima tonyare ko batokora nyasaye tigamusese na ndamuseseni na ndamumentere
igongo kwana iga omwesimi gwosero mbija mono sana
wakorire egasi enene gese Nyamira county echaka ntwanya konyora mwesimi gwonde otokorire egento buneka aba omwesimi gwatokorire omwesimi gwosero abantu baminto murocheke konega abang'ina ng'ai bare baiririate ababichuria omwesimi gwokorire egekone.
Omukonyi bw'omurai bwense Profesa Kithure Kindiki nigakoreta ero yae ya bene asukuru tutamagendero hanene kwene kiauna okugarigwa gwibara ya Mau Summit ngoikirana kuri okwana nigagokera wesokia kwa basai asokwene kiauna kwenyorera bari eng'eri yabo ya kerituko na gutumanya mulikito Debora Kirubo mwenesi.
Mukonyi bw'omurai bwense Profesa Kithure Kindiki rituko lya lero nigakwanira igoro yokugarigwa kw'oboraro bw'ogutambukira ebara ya Rironi, Mayumayu, Naivasha, Nakuru, Mau Summit kwa bamatabekania amo n'ekibara 11 ase Chinsa chinde kwagachwa kubwata nsi.
Somebody has to do this bridge. Si ndio? Si lazima mtu aingie kwa vumbi hapa ndio hii bridge ipatikane. Kwa hivyo nawashukuru sana, nawatakia kila laheri na mimi nitarudi tena. I promise you. Nyinyi endeleeni, mutanipata tu hapa.
Kago kwanekerekia sensemo ya Kirenga Mangwe kaunti ya Kiambu Kindiki nigaerera buna ebale yone chegokonya gokianyo goichorera na gwechigali boigogokeye emibasokano y'ekibara na kwango y'ekisabali gento kyabero mochando monene asege kabono.
We will support the young people of Kenya to work with their hands, to work with their skills. Watu wanaona tu mko na mavumbi lakini nchi zote za dunia hata Amerika zinajengwa na wananchi na mikono yao.
Boigo mukonyi bw'omurai bwense Profesa Kithure Kindiki nigaerera buna moroberio yono nyare koigora uchumi na koigora amabaga ao yemeremo yogokonya abakenya na gotinga ebiasara ime y'echinse cha Afrika ya mocha amagendera yo nigo akageire korento obuyobonge asensemo y'obosombi amo n'ebiasara.
Ndio tumeanzisha National Infrastructure Fund ya kuweka pesa yetu na pesa ya wawekezaji ndio tuwe na project kama hizi mingi. Vijana wetu wasikae kule huku mitaani wakitumika vibaya na watu ya siasa kupiga kelele na kuwashangilia. Lakini tukipata nafasi kama hii ya kazi, wakati kuna mwanasiasa anataka mtu ya kumshangilia hautapatikana kwa sababu huko kazini. Si ni kweli? Number 2, unajitengenezea riziki yako. Number 3, unajenga nchi yako.
Profesa Kindiki nigaroto tamagendero yegasi chinsemo yobwagachi na gokwana n'abakori yegasi abo bagoikeranio bwagachi obo nigaerero goisaneka kwa yasegasi egenderete yobwagachi n'obonchoreria bwense ya Kenya.
Young people for working with your hands to build our country, to make to get some money to keep your families so that you don't have to do the wrong things to get money. Sinamna hiyo.
Kolibote ligeta seni gia nsoko elietaliane Debora mwenesi.
Oskabasio mwanju muri ya soro watirurengete oboncheria ni goto kumenya buna abakwimukia amakabeso korwa ase chibengi wangoiga nigo barache konyora oburende korwa ase ogwakanigwa obwaita gwekerengo keiburu naboigo asensemo yabalimi abakabake bekemeriye chae korwa se chibaktori kianda chekiombe gia KTDA nigo bagocha konyora chimask chiribu 35 na 500 wetera somoroberio o Ethical Tea Foundation inse yekiombe gia KTDA Foundation mulikito Linet Kimunto na mange.
Aya ni gachire maiga ye komiti y'ekibesa ase bunge nene komenta chinga ky'omoroberi wo gwakani obwaito boke konachwa abakabesi b'ekibengi chisako nonyane chisimi gose chinchera chinde chiekerero. Oroboti korwa ase komiti y'ebunga seriete National Assembly Public Petitions Committee nigo yachikiro gokorerwa kwa monchoreria ase richiko ryokogitera abakabesi erio rimanyire buna the Consumer Protection Act erio ligokwanera ekerengo ky'obwaita abakabesi bagwenerete gwakana gotiase chibengi nabo igo ebiombe binde bikorwa amakabeso. Aya karanyarekane goikiranigwa chibengi n'ebiombe binde bikorwa amakabeso nigo bagocha gotangwa wakani obwaita wetanetie ekerengo kienengo ego kabeso kurwa sebare. aya ni igachire engaki abakabesi abange imeyense babeire bakwemurunganeria ekerenge ekenegio bwaita bawakaniwa n'echibenki. Are nayo nigo babeire bakomotia chinchera chitari chingiya chibengi n'ebyombe by'amakabeso bagotumeka wakani abanyasira babo ekere banyoriro wakana amakabeso. Egati echinchera ekyo ngamono koura abanyasira chigiri cyabo chinyomba chipigipigi nabo igo chinibo chinde. Otigana nayo abaremi kurwa sekemeri ya KTDA nigo bagochikobagirwa chimaski ekyo bunenchira yemo yoko batangera amarwaire akwambukera weterembeo bunarikuba corona egati yayande engaki barasemeremo yabo. Okwane engaki yoko rwewa wechimaski ekyo omu director KTDA Alfred Njagi niga iraneria buya sobo konyobwo nagotera buna nigo bogoche gotangera abaremi amarwaire ao akwambukera weterembeo. Omoteneneli w'omoroberio Ethical Tea Partnership asorogongo rwa Africa nyambura magoshi nigo nera tebire buna obokonyo obwo nigo bore bweng'enchenene asabaremi bechaye asagoche ko batanga kurwase abarwaire ekyo kerachi ko bakonya gokinyo kwenyorera kwabo weterekemeria gyechaye. Abo bisabande abo baikirana sege ikarekyo ngamono mo manager w'ekyombe gya KTDA Foundation Sudi Matara oyoboigo oburi abaremi ko bwati amarago yobo chenu eryo wetanga kurwa sendwari ya corona. Nigo boiga aruro kubore gotya sebyombe binde bire no kuganyo kuya okonya abaremi n'ebinto binde byobo chenu. Kurwa semese yeto yobwonchereria bwegeta seni gensoko erietariane Linet Kemto.
Mwancho mulielia korase mesa ayo bonchelia imensoko TV na toko ikera mwaelio huo kumulikira mangana mayaso butko bwelero tumira neli tukolia ankyo astra betogo sanga imeili nganali kemoya no mugaka Edwin Nyang'au na boige barongo ya ne Clinton ndigi nchinkuru kwa Kerubo Frida byabona sana sibali babwatirie ensoko TV kotoka chageta mangana maya goikabona iga toikire omwaelio bali batubwatisia soko ene kebna chibi channel yogira gwikira sole a senchera ya bene ngamona Barnabas Sondari Misef Deborah Kirubo na boigo Kelvin Mogoi twara obotuko borubu ya kegema.